Greetings. This is a small hidden valley where I go to recharge. It's my healing chamber. It consists of, you can see water, lots of green, and it's raining. It's been raining a lot, and it has been the coldest summer in Sweden since 1978. And this is a good place to find kind of to reset for the day, for the week. Just spending some time here, 45 minutes, an hour, half an hour, if you're on your way to, if I'm on my way to any place or going home from some place, it's perfect. And what it does is that the water really makes you calm, and it sort of creates a lingering sound that's very relaxing and resets. And the color of green, the natural color of green, is really nice because we spend so much time in the boxes we call our homes and in front of the screens. So this is my recharging place. You can see it's very beautiful, and I come here alone or with my family just to recharge. And the thing is, I don't have anything to clear my thoughts from. I don't have anything special in my life for now. I used to have things to work through, to develop, evolve, habits to change, and so on. But the thing is, it's really an odd experience when you feel like you have nothing more to solve. Basically, there are no longer issues or needs that have to be satisfied. You already have them all. And some people can say that's a dull place to be, but it's actually not, because that is like the next level. From that you realize there's a new plateau, there's a new place in your life. And especially when you have a family and kids. With kids, you have to be sort of like an army general, you know, decisive. There's not so much time to linger and think about this or that. You have the routines, and you have to also find place for your own hobbies or recreation, basically, your interests. It's not that hard, really. And when everything flows on, in our current day and age, we sort of, when we're young, we are told that, you know, without, if you're content or if you're, let's say, happy, I don't know what happy is, it's so different for all people, but let's just say content, happy, or satisfied. That doesn't mean you're not planning for something or you want something more, but you really feel like you've sort of gone from the murky waters, you know, from the school, from your studies, from your work, from your younger years, and you kind of reach the surface, and you can look around and see the shore and swim there. And the only reason I think people don't discover is it's because of this. To have it too good to be true, you have to dare to have it too good to be true. But you also have to get rid of your concepts about what is too good to be true, because then it's right there. And when you fulfill all those needs or those satisfaction, you know, you satisfy your masculinity, your feminine side. You have a female partner, male partner, depending on who you are. You're sort of like, you're ready. It's like a road trip. You have packed your car, you're ready, you know, everything is in its place, and you're just set to go. And that's what I'm at my life at this time. And that doesn't mean that you don't have any kind of, not everyday worries, but, you know, some things you want to improve or change or work on, but you have a whole nother plateau to work from. And that's something that people are really looking for in this day and age. And even people who have gone so far and have kids or grandkids might still be sort of thinking about the same things as you did when you were 20, 25. And for me, I realized that there are chapters in your life. There is a progression. There is a ladder to climb, basically, symbolically speaking. I mean, really, there is no ladder. There is no place anywhere. But you realize that, and when you can lay behind like 10 or 15 years behind you of your conscious life, I mean, in like adult life, when I was 20, if I look back on 10 years, I was 10 years. What did I know back then? Now when I'm 32, when I look back 10 years, I was 22, so I can see something has changed and evolved. There's so much realization that's been going on, but there comes a time when you're done with that. And I think people are sort of stuck in not daring to have it too good to be true, and they have so many concepts of what is too good to be true. So they like this perpetual kind of self-improvement, find this meditation, this diet, find this ideology, find this belief, find this grouping and all that. And that's fine. I mean, we all change. You always have to leave room for change. And also when you have a relationship, it's important, for example, with me and my wife, we evolve together. Every 2 or 3 weeks, we have something new that's come around that we talk about and explore a topic or thing we want to do, and so on. So there's always room for change, but it's a difference to be keeping your breath under the surface of the water and to be above the water swimming. And I think like eventually you come to the shore where you have many things settled. I think for me that might be we are waiting our second child for the winter. Maybe when we have the kids we will have, and we have reached like the next level after this, then I can look back and realize what this was all about. And also another thing, when you reach this plateau of satisfaction, you also get more room to work on virtue. And when I say virtue, I mean like knowing what sort of ethics you live by, and also talk about that, stand up for that, and not preach to other people, but basically comment where it's due, and also to evolve a certain kind of sharp mindset where you don't waste your time on the branches and not even the roots, but you go directly to the light source, to the sun inside here, our third eye, our intuition, because our intuition is the biggest tool we have, and nobody is promoting that. And some people might get stuck in this sort of new age thing of intuition, which leads nowhere, because they don't dare to step out of that concept of what they think is too good to be true, but they don't dare to have it. But when you get rid of all that, when you're done with all that, you really get a fresh breath of air and a kind of posture that's different. For example, I feel more strong in my posture, even though I perhaps might be weaker than I was when I was 22, and so on. Maybe I was in a better physical shape, but I feel stronger, and I would say I'm stronger right now, probably physically, mentally, and all that. And that's very important, because our goals should be to be, if we get old and really old, to sort of still be able to play, to be active, and so on. And we do that by all the cliches, of course, diet, average kind of exercise, just keeping in shape. But the most important thing is, I want to sort of share in this video, is you have to dare to have it too good to be true, because nobody in my life has served that thing. People might support you, for example, your parents, your close by people, friends, they might give you support, but in the end you have to dare, you have to step out and sort of open up, rip up that chest of yours and dare to have it too good to be true. And then with the fresh breath of air swimming, you can, head for the shore, you can head out on the trip, on the journey. It's like having a car that's ready for a magnificent road trip. And where this fails for most people, I think, is in the everyday life. You know, it's easy to go on a vacation, it's easy to go on a trip, but the real sort of blessing is to have it in your everyday life. And for that, I think it's important to have rituals. For men, for example, it's important to find solitude, be strong in your own presence, find hobbies, read books, I don't know, whatever you want to do. For me, one of the things is to go to my sort of healing chamber and just let these vibes around me sort of get stuck here and load me up so I can give more to my wife, for my kid, and for the child that's coming, and everything, and keep a discipline, keep a sort of Zen kind of discipline. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share in this video. It's all about daring to have it too good to be true, to dare to step out of your process, you know. It doesn't matter if you're working on your body, you have to be satisfied at some point. It doesn't matter if you work on your, I don't know, let's say some kind of anxiety or something. You have to finally say, this is it. This is the end. This is the beginning of something new. And for me, that's happened a while ago. And I tell you, it's not a dull place. It's not like, oh, there's nothing more to friction. There's nothing more to boost your creativity, to boost up your life. On the opposite, you find yourself like in a beautiful space within yourself. And just being here at this place makes me feel very light, makes me feel very fine-tuned and well-spirited, so I can go home and work and do all the things I need to. So that was some quick thoughts. Thank you for watching. Take care and all the best. Ciao.